Oh yeah, let's get back to Xander.
He looked really good. We watched the fight, and he threw a lot of combinations. And I kept mentioning he was very quick to get his hands back up because he was getting touched a little bit up on the last undercard, and so he was getting those shots off and crushing the body. Mm-hmm. So yeah, grade A performance.
It's almost like these guys on the way up. I guess with Julio Diaz is you're building up, and then you get a little plateau for a second in that one fight, and then you come back, bang, right back next. But it seems like you hit a little speed bump or something like that on your way up. And Zayas, even though he won every round his last fight, it was the first time you didn't just blown away A+ performance. And it seemed, and Shakur Stevenson against Jeremiah Nakadila, it's that little speed bump. He won every round, but didn't perform the way you quite wanted. Next fight, bang, right back to ascension. So that was Zayas and Stevenson too.
Yeah, the notable offsprings all did what they were supposed to do at Holyfield, and
he was proud. They're your favorite fighter's son.
They did their thing. Yes, they did their thing. Good right hand by Nico Ali. 1-2 the first time.
Apparently that's a Kronk thing, according to
Let me finish with Xander right quick. I was very impressed with Xander. He is on his way. How old is he now? Is he
19?
19 now.
He stopped somebody that's never been stopped. That's
stopped
big.
somebody who's never been stopped. I said, yeah. I mean, at some point, those guys who have never been stopped, they're getting to that point where they're going to be stopped. But for him, I saw patience from him. I saw poise from him. I saw power when it needed to be power. I saw speed when it needed to be speed. For him to be 19 and be performing like that, don't take this kid lightly. Don't think that he's just in the ring with somebody he's supposed to beat. It's all about your performance. So even though he's in the ring with somebody he's supposed to beat, even though he's in the ring with somebody who's supposed to get stopped, eventually and now you're going to be the guy to do it. And now we're going to broadcast that you're the first guy to stop this guy. How did you stop the guy? I think he did it in a very professional way.
Broke him down.
He did it in a very professional way.
He very easily. This is just what I think. I think he probably could have put the pedal to the metal more. Maybe put himself more at risk and tried to knock him out. But he did, like you said.
But he
just
didn't.
Systematically broke him down. Very diverse punch output, like on the body.
I'm all the way on the other side of the fence. I'm all the way in danger.
Yeah.
Not getting hit much, but I'm still, it's a lot of action, all that. Now, that's why people love me, but people are going to love him for his professionalism. Keep looking out for Xander Zayas, because he is a really good boxer.
Like you said, those hands kept coming back. He's fundamentally sound.
Firing them off and bringing them right back up.
Right.
But
I taught him that. He was throwing.
He was like, hey, I need to help.
He was taking some shots again. Yeah, he was throwing them and not bringing them back against me. So I
taught him that.
You sparring for real?
Yeah, I sparring. But I ain't teaching that.
I'm like, you taking credit.
Well, that's kind of like what I joked about the Kronk thing with Nico Ali-Walsh with the right hand on the commentary, like the signature of the Kronk Gym. I was like, yeah, it was literally a 1-2.
It's so tough.
Like, but man, Sugar Hill is a damn. That's a weapon for you. That's a great X factor in your corner. Absolutely. That man is the truth.
And I'm not saying that to discredit Kronk or anything, but they're like a signature of the Kronk Gym. I was like, a 1-2? Like what?
That's what he's got going for him is that man in his corner.
Yeah. And that's the thing that when we talk about the 1-2, it's like how is it a Kronk thing where it's universally, that's the number one combination you learn. Yeah. You learn the jab, you learn the right hand, and then once you put those two together, it becomes the first combination you learn. So how is that a Kronk thing? But it's the way the punch is delivered. It's the way they train that right hand to be delivered. And the fact that it's a simple combination, the most simple combination in boxing, and can be so effective. We see it a lot more times than not. It's been very effective with Kronk fighters traditionally, and now we're starting to see Sugar Hill kind of branch out and do his own thing now. And hey, listen, when you got Tyson Fury knocking out guys with right hands and 1-2s, and then you got this kid Nico who is doesn't have as much experience and
letting them hands go.
Still has a long ways to go in terms of getting more polished in the boxing ring, and then he can let go of that 1-2. You look back and you say, oh, maybe it's the Kronk.
I always worry about kids that had an easier childhood.
In this sport especially.
Yeah, just life, life itself. Just when it gets tough and you run into a dog.
I think it's just always different based on the person though. Because
he
you're a big, but he's also a big Kobe Bryant fan.
Am I worried about your kids? I'm worried about our kids, not just yours.
But I would say, Kobe's dad played in the NBA. He's one of your favorite guys. I'm sure his life wasn't too bad overall.
No, it ain't about being bad. It's just,
It ain't every single
it's
person.
the adversity that you have to.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be different.
I know Lorenzo Fertitta. His son was a killer on the football field, but I just
that's why I said in this sport too.
Yeah.
You know, it's in basketball.
Yeah, this is different.
Yeah.
This is different. Yeah, it takes a little bit more than skills at times.
Kobe, RIP, got pieced up by Chris Childs, but
Knicks, baby.
Yeah, the Knicks tape off to
my paisano Kobe.
Off to a nice start to the
He go to New York. He go to New York.
My paisano.
He said,
"Hey,
"Hey,
he's from Italy."
He said, "Hey, Chris Childs."
Yeah, Chris Childs. No, Kobe's from Italy.
He's like, "Hey, Allen Houston, what are you talking about? Latrell Sprewell."
Latrell Sprewell, Marcus Camby, Larry Johnson. Did this?
Charles Oakley, Cleveland native, but
the 1-2 though. You're right.
Yeah, so the 1-2.
Hearns, Lennox, Vlad.
Yeah,
that 1-2's that. Did you guys see the clip of Sugar Hill in the corner with just jab the motherfucker?
Oh yeah. That was a smooth clip. That was a smooth clip.
That was great.
Check. Where's is that on YouTube?
That's on YouTube.
Check
So
that out.
it's on his Twitter.
It's on Lennox's Twitter, right?
On I think on Lennox's and Sugar Hill retweeted it too.
So Sugar Hill retweeted
with Emmanuel on top.
Lennox does a side by side of him being coached by the legend Emmanuel Stewart, and also by Sugar Hill being coaching Tyson Fury in the very last fight, and the energy that was coming from those guys. Lennox is basically saying this is how you coach a fighter through a championship fight. You don't tell a fighter what he wants to hear. You tell him what he needs to hear. And sometimes that delivery is a little different. I know my dad, man. My dad, he plays to the camera sometimes, but for the most part, he gives me what I need in the moments where I need it. And I really did resonate with this video right here when I heard it, because I heard a lot of what would come from my dad. Maybe not the exact language per se, but definitely the intensity and the sense of urgency to get the job done. And
wouldn't be surprised if we hear him talk like that November 20th. Really wouldn't.
Yeah.
Simple.
Also,
right.
Yeah.
Sean is 100% going to make weight on November 20th based on the heat in this room right now. If anyone's doubting that he makes weight,
shit, we might make weight at this point.
I was going to say, you're going to see Ant and I at 147 pretty soon.
Hey, but they can't tell we hot, man. We got to keep it professional.
Yeah.
Hey, we got.
Out of you, man. You can fuck around and get caught with some crazy shit. Step it up, the man is finished.
He can't throw the right hand. He jabbing. Quit trying to duck walk in. Jab the motherfucker, man. Yes. Go forward. Just jab the motherfucker, goddammit. The simplest shit in the book.
They say when you get older, you turn into your dad.
Yeah. So
you notice that too?
It's definitely a little bit of that, but it's also, again, like it's the moment. And in the moment, Stewart knew, like, hey, and they make it sound so simple, and a lot of times funny, because again, like looking at that, I see what my dad's talking about sometimes when he's like, it's really that easy. Yeah. In the ring, in the moment, training and all that, I'm like, it ain't as easy as you think it is. But fight night, I'm listening to my dad. I hear everything that's going on in the audience, but I hear you. But it be sometimes you say something and then my dad say something. I'm rolling with what my dad says, because I understand that my dad knows what's going on. He's the cheerleader, right?
You're gonna hear me yell some shit.
But I don't never say, hey, go to the body.
No. He ain't on that. He ain't on that. But he definitely, I don't know. He the
I'm his guy. I'm the motivational.
You might hear a "Don't be a hero" from me way up in the 20s.
Hey, I just try to make you find some. Keep going, man. You gotta keep going.
Yeah. What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ant. Follow me on IG at with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right. Just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson A. Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.